Hello, wonderful human beings. Welcome back to the kitchen. If you're new here, my name is Remy and I share lots of vegan recipes and tips to help you live well. And today we're going to be making some high protein vegan snacks. We're going to make a sweet and savory snack. So we're going to make a high protein chocolate mousse and then we're going to make some tempeh chips. Today's video is sponsored by JCPenney. I own a lot of kitchen appliances that I purchased there. Things like my Instant Pot, the food processor that I just picked up and we're going to be using in one of today's recipes, to even my non-stick baking mat. It's a great place to pick up everything you need in one shot at really great prices. There are also many ways to shop safely. You could shop online, you could get delivery, you could do a curbside pickup, and depending on where you live, you could also shop in-store following your city's guidelines. Over on the JCPenney channel, I'm also going to be making one more high protein snack, an oatmeal chocolate chip cookie dough that you're going to love. And I'm going to link the equipment that I'm using in the description box below. I'll also link this outfit because my outfit today is also from JCPenney. It's super cozy and it's perfect for working from home or just lounging. All right, let's get into the cooking. We're gonna be using a food processor for this recipe. I got this at JCPenney and I upgraded because what I had before was like teeny tiny compared to this. This is a lot more functional and there's more room to add ingredients. The first one we're gonna add is some silken tofu. You could use about 12 to 14 ounces, which is usually about a pack. If you don't wanna use tofu, you could use avocados instead, but then it won't be high protein. We're gonna add about 2 tablespoons of cacao powder, and this is what's gonna give it obviously that rich chocolatey flavor. Vanilla bean paste. I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of maple syrup. You can skip this and do this to taste because we are gonna be using some vegan chocolate chips as well, so do this to taste. Little salt, also highly recommended. I don't know about you, but I love a good sweet salty dessert. Just a splash of plant milk. The last ingredient we're gonna add is melted vegan chocolate. This is going to help it thicken up once we refrigerate as the chocolate kind of firms up again and sets. I just love any recipe that involves melted chocolate. I think it's like the most decadent add-in, okay? Now we process. If you want to, you can also help it out by just scraping the sides down. And then if you need to add like a little bit more plant milk, you could add, like a tablespoon at a time. You don't want it to be too thin, but it will thicken up in the fridge. So I'm just gonna scrape down the edges here to make sure everything's getting nice and blended. And I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of extra plant milk. And then keep going. And then you should get something nice and smooth like this. Look at how beautiful that is. Just give it a little scoop test. Oh, so silky. Look at that. Now I'm going to spoon them into like ramekins or some kind of small serving dish. You could also pipe it in, but I like this because it's a little less cleanup. Oh, how beautiful is that though? It's been a little while and we have our firmed and chilled mousses. I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of flaky salt because I love salty dessert. Look at that perfect moussey texture. So we're gonna grab tempeh and we're gonna turn it into kind of like large triangle shapes. I think I'm gonna cut this into thirds and then thinly slice it. The thinner you slice it, the better. So I'm gonna make a triangle shape and then cut into thinner slices. Oops, it's falling apart. So I haven't decided how I'm gonna season these yet, but I used to eat tempeh chips all the time when I was in Bali. I brought a bunch home with me. We're gonna go for triangles that look something like this. All right, okay, so we have all of our tempeh triangles. These will be our chips. Just remove any of the small pieces because they're gonna fall off anyway. Now we have all of our tempeh triangles. I'm gonna put some seasoning on it and I'm going to grab a baking tray. I'm gonna line the tray with this non-stick baking mat. I got this from JCPenney and it just makes baking so easy and cleanup too. So we're gonna lay this down and get to marinating. I have some leftover homemade vegan buffalo sauce. So I think I'm gonna use this to season our tempeh chips and just kind of see what happens. This is an experiment. And I'm gonna lay it down. And now we bake. I am also going to test a few in the air fryer because I feel like the air fryer always results in really crisp things, and I'm really trying to go for like a crunchy chip here. So we'll do 2 experiments and we'll see which one works better. confession to make. I've been snacking on this chocolate mousse from the food processor as I've been preparing it, and it is actually so good. I used to make this recipe all the time, and it's so quick and easy. Let's give it a taste test. It's super rich, you can't even taste the tofu, and with a little bit of salt, it's just perfection. If you don't like salt in your dessert, we may not be able to be friends. Alrighty friends, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out part 2 over on the JCPenney YouTube channel. I'll be making an oatmeal chocolate chip cookie dough that comes together in the food processor as well, and it's super easy. Again, I'm going to link the equipment that I use in the description box below, and I'll also link the recipes. And a big thank you again to JCPenney for sponsoring today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you tried these recipes out. I'm obsessed with them, and I know you will be too. Give this video a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye!